Hello, this is Lynn from Madajan's Herbals. I'm still fiddling with the camera today and getting ready to make our couscous. Now, I will tell you that I've never made couscous before, and I don't believe I've actually ever eaten it either. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. This is, I think, going to be a lot of fun. It is, couscous is not gluten-free. So that's what you need to know right from the get-go. It's not gluten-free. So if you are on a gluten-free diet, you want to do something other than couscous. They did say, as I was looking this up, that the quinoa is oftentimes confused with couscous, and so you might think about trying quinoa with with this recipe instead, and seeing how that is, if that's what you are wanting to do. Now, couscous is from Africa. And it is North Africa, Morocco, Libya, Egypt, those kind of countries. And it is, and it's pretty amazing. So this is what it looks like when it is not cooked. Now the amazing thing, I thought this was going to be really difficult. The way you cook couscous is the same way you cook minute rice. You bring the water up to a boil, and you add some salt, and you add some olive oil, and then you turn the water off. Once it's boiling, you turn it off. You turn off the water, and you pour your couscous in. Now, one of the things that amazed me is it cooks almost immediately. So it's not like minute rice where it takes like 5 minutes. It's done. You put the water in, or you put the couscous in, and then boom. It said stir it in, so I went and got a spoon to stir it in, and by the time I went and got the spoon, it was already cooked. So and my kitchen's not that big, so that was pretty amazing. Now I got my couscous at Safeway, and they also had some couscous that was kind of like rice-a-roni. They had couscous with Parmesan and couscous with garlic and I don't know what else. So if you want to start out with something that is already got some flavoring to it, that would be, a way to go with that. Now, I made, the couscous recipe calls for 1 1/4 cup water and 1 cup of couscous. Now, this summer garden couscous is, said I needed 2.5 to 3 cups of prepared couscous cooled. So I made it earlier, and it's been in the refrigerator. I doubled the recipe because I was thinking we'd have like 1 cup of water and 1 cup of quinoa, 1 cup of couscous. It wouldn't make a whole lot of the couscous, and I was wrong. Okay, so I've got enough to make like a lot of things with it. So we'll be eating couscous for a while, I think. Now, one of the things that is funny about couscous is it is a pasta. It is not a it's not a grain, and that's why it's made from durum wheat, and that is why it's got gluten in it. It is so a couple of notes here. It is made from semolina flour mixed with water, and it is and durum wheat is where you get the semolina flour. It is the reason that they use it is because it's not as sticky the durum wheat is not as sticky as some of the wheats, and so then the pasta isn't quite as sticky. It is, it's very high in protein. It contains more gluten than common wheat. So if you have a gluten issue, this is not what you want to do. Right? It is, it actually can be healthy for you. It is associated with the reduced risk of chronic disease. It is, it contains antioxidants. It is, it aids in your digestive health and can support weight loss. It is, there's a lot of good things that go along with this. It is healthier and has more fiber than white rice. It is, and it has less fiber than brown rice. So that's what we've got. So what we're going to make is called Summer Garden Couscous. And I'm kind of interested in how this is going to taste, because there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of spices in here, and I'm just wondering about how I'm going to like that. It isn't as cool. It's been in the refrigerator for over an hour, and it's still not cold, so I think probably you want to make sure that you make it like in the morning. I didn't, and so it is going to be a little bit warmer than what we would normally eat it. The other protein that is in here is chickpeas. Now, chickpeas and garbanzo beans are the same thing, and we had put the chickpeas in the chopped salad that we did last week, which was very good. So what we're going to do is we are going to start out by putting bell pepper. So we've got a half of a yellow bell pepper, and we are going to, I've already cut it in half and I've seeded it, and now it's just a case of dicing it. And so we're going to put this in. I think we talked about this a little bit on other, probably the chopped salad. I tend to make my cuts a little bit bigger. I like bites. I like to be able to identify what I'm putting in my mouth. And so if you find this someplace else, or if you are doing it differently, it is likely that you will cut it a little bit smaller than what I do. Okay, so there's and we've got a cucumber. I will tell you, I think we're going to start with half a cucumber, because I'm not sure that I want to put the whole cucumber in there. Now again, the cucumber we went ahead and peeled, and we're going to go ahead and dice it. And put it in. This is going to make, I mean, it's not as warm today as it has been, but it's still pretty warm outside, so I think this is going to be a nice dinner that, for hot weather, that you don't need much in the line of cooking. And I thought I'd bring out a pretty dish instead of my normal Halloween bowl that I put a lot of stuff in. So, we're doing the fancy dishes today. Alright, and then we want to do some red onion. And they only say like 3 tablespoons of red onion. And they wanted it cut fairly fine. So I actually do a lot of guesstimating on my measurements. It is, I put in as much as it looks good. So this is going to be a little bit more than 3 tablespoons, but I think it's going to be good. Okay, and then we want 1.5 cups of Roma tomatoes, diced. And we're going to change to a serrated knife. Now, one of the reasons Roma tomatoes generally are less liquidy, and so that's why we're using the Roma tomato rather than another different kind. It is, it still has seeds and everything in it, but it is not as, not as squishy. Although you might not say that, looking at what I've got here on my butcher block. Now, I already put the recipe for this on the page, so if this is something that you think you want to make, the recipe's already there. You don't have to wait. I thought I would get a jump on it this time. Okay, now I'm going to go get a sponge and clean up my mess here. Okay, and now we're going to put the chickpeas in. The chickpeas were in the refrigerator as well, so that they could get chilled. So I'm putting them in a strainer, and I'm going to rinse them real fast. And we're going to put these in. And a 1/2 cup of feta cheese. So it's already crumbled, so I don't have to do that. Okay. spoon to make this Can you see it? I think it looks really good. So we're going to stir it up a little bit. And then I've already made the salad dressing. Okay, so what we need to put in here as well is some mint. So we've got some fresh mint and 2 tablespoons full of fresh mint. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. Now the salad dressing is salt and pepper, a 1/4 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So we're going to go ahead and put it in there and get it all dressed. And then we're going to put some Kalamata olives on top of it, which I think is going to be good. Now, just so happens, if you live near a Safeway, the Safeway here in North Everett is selling bags of shrimp with already shelled and tailed. And it is 91 to 110 of, by count, 2-pound bag for $10, and it's buy one, get one free. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is, even though I say it's Meatless Monday, I think I'm going to put some shrimp in here too, just because I think that would make a nice addition. So, got the Kalamata olives, which I have to say are probably one of my favorite. They say 10. I'm thinking I'm going to probably put a little more, because I think Zachary likes them too. And he's been known to pick out the parts that he likes. So, there we go. Nice, healthy dinner with good stuff in there, and one that I'm looking forward to actually. This one's a winner. I'm going to keep this one. So we'll be adding it to mine. I just need to make considerably smaller. So Wednesday, we're going to be talking, by request, about essential oils, fragrance oils, infused oils, and hydrosols. What makes them different? How do you use them differently? And then at the end of the talk, we're going to create some mosquito spray, also by request. The mosquitoes are pretty bad out there right now, and so we're going to go ahead and see if we can't save ourselves from some mosquito bites. Thank you very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in 2 days. You take care. Bye-bye.